Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm back in my garage with my 240 like always, and today we are doing a couple of things to the car. So I'm going to my friend Tony's house, the guy who tuned the car. We have to go mess up with the tune a little bit because I'm having an issue with the car. It's losing throttle, and we have to mess with the PID settings, see if that helps. And it's summer, we tuned the car when it was pretty chilly outside, so now it's warmer. We want to make sure the tune is good before I head out to the drift event. If you guys watched my previous video, you guys saw that I have a list that I want to complete before I go drifting in a couple days, which is this list. So the first one was to do the exhaust. Last video I did the full exhaust in the car. Today I was going to do the dual caliper bracket and the turbo coolant lines, because if you guys saw my previous video, you know that this side of the turbo coolant line runs over the dump pipe and it gets really hot. So I want to flip it to the front and pass the line from this side down the turbo and up to the back, so it's not running directly over the dump pipe. Luckily he called me right before I started taking the car apart, so we can get the car tuned. And it's about to start raining in a couple hours, so I'm gonna go ahead, take the car out of the lift, which I already lowered it, take it outside and go to his house so we can start getting the car tuned, and hopefully it's all good. So I'm gonna go ahead, put my manual boost controller, tune the car that way, see if the car feels any different from the electronic boost controller, and we'll know right away as soon as I put it in. So I run this boost controller on all my cars. It's like a $30 boost controller from eBay. My Miata has it, my brother's car has it, my Evo used to have it. I know this boost controller is pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead, disconnect the lines for the manual boost controller and swap this on before I go to Tony's house. Even though this car's on E85, always starts right up. It's all good. Alright guys, so I'm heading to Tony's. The first time I drive it with the full exhaust, and it sounds so much better, to be honest. It's so much better to drive already. Woo! Hell yeah. You guys should hear the turbo now. I don't know how the wastegate is gonna sound. I have not heard the wastegate with the full exhaust. Since it was so loud before you can even hear it, so I'm excited. Let me let it warm up a little bit. So 140 right now. Let me get it up to 10, but then we'll do a pull and see how much boost it's making. All right, guys. So I did a quick pull and it hit 7 pounds right away. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower the boost a little bit, and then I'm here to get something 85 because she's about empty right now too. Man, this car looks so good. Only thing I don't like is the bumper. As you can see, it's a little good old KBD. It sags a little bit, but I love KBD. Fenders are KBD, side skirts. This side is all fucked up, but it's supposed to be 85 on here, and we should be ready to go get tuned. It's getting a little chilly now. It feels like it's about to rain, so I'm gonna hurry up. Put this E85 in there, and look how expensive E85 is. E85 used to be like $2, now it's $3.36. It's insane. I don't know if you can see, but it started drizzling. I hope it stops. It's getting darker down there because I really do not want to be tuning the car when it's raining. So that kind of sucks, to be honest. Okay, so I just got to Tony's, and on the way here, it was making a weird like humming noise, and I'm looking, everything looks fine. And then I come right here. As you can see, I'm missing a lug nut and these ones are loose. That one is tight. So these two are loose and this one is out, and this one I don't know how tight they are. So yeah, I think that might cause the issue. So let me go ahead and get them all those tight. Tony went to get me a splanky, and we can go ahead and start tuning because it's still drizzling, as you can see, and I want to do this before it starts raining.
Donut though, the duty cycle was only 48%.
Already. Yeah, so we're looking at duty cycle, guys. We did a pull, it was like 100% duty cycle.
If you do like a straight up power pull, the duty cycle just goes straight to 100. So.
But there I was drifting and he said it was 40% duty cycle.
Yeah.
So he's gonna hold the camera, and I'll do some donuts.
Are we doing it like this?
Sure.
Or how do you want it?
That's fine.
Alright.
And it's so much quieter down here too.
closed course, by the way. We own all of this property. So yeah. But yeah, that whole time you were drifting, I only saw it go to 85.
That's not terrible.
Even on the straight right there.
Yeah.
And when it's low power drifting, it's pretty rich. So
I mean the whole, I don't know if you guys can hear the car. I'm like giving it like on and off throttle because I want to make sure that it doesn't cut throttle no more. We're messing with the settings. We're trying to make sure that it doesn't lose throttle anymore. Basically,
we recalibrated it.
Yeah.
The throttle just to do it again. And changed the fault delay to 2 seconds instead of 1.
Yeah, before it had the fault delay 1 second, so if you saw the faulty delay, it will cut off throttle 1 second, and then I have to do a power cycle to do the
to have throttle.
Yeah, to have throttle again. So now it's 2 seconds, which gives us a little bit more time. If the throttle body was like less than 7 volts, so it's all the settings. I don't know how it works, but anyway, you know, we delayed it a little bit. Making sure the temperature is good. It's 201.
201 right now. It's going down fast.
Yeah,
it's already at 190.
So I wanna drift when the fans are on because I feel like it's drawing a lot of power.
Yeah. So right there we got our warning for the duty cycle. Yeah. So
4th gear.
Yeah.
So once I hit 4th gear, so I gotta make sure I stay out of 4th. So 4th gear, the car makes 8 pounds. I lowered the boost all the way down. And 2nd gear only makes 5.5 pounds, which is not terrible, but not the best. And the car feels great.
It feels freaking fast for what it is. Holy shit.
So yeah, but I mean, I'm doing a lot of throttle input and still it's fine. It's not.
The only thing we got was the duty cycle error. Holy shit.
I'm going in and out. It's fine.
Holy fuck. It's crazy being in here, bro. You're a wild man for real, even though this is not even that fast because it's all slippery, but if my seatbelt was locked, holy shit.
What's the temperature here? So I think it shows like 15-degree difference.
50. Oh, it's pretty hot.
Yeah, it's 215 right now. I mean, I've been waiting on it non-stop.
It goes down really fast though.
Yeah. I mean, once the fans kick on, these fans are great, you know. I mean, I think it's good.
Yeah, it seems fine.
I'm just gonna go ahead and buy some injectors.
Yeah.
I just don't want to spend fucking $600 on injectors.
Yeah.
Well, they're like 700. So I'll see if someone has any use, like IDs or FI6 injectors.
I might take a degree out on timing, maybe 1 degree out, because it got pretty hot just from that. So I might take a degree out. But other than that, and the injector duty cycle, it looks fine. Okay. We didn't get that TPS error, so.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Changing the fault to 2 seconds probably, you know, it's probably gives it enough of a window where it's not going to trigger while you're drifting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
I wanted like 3 seconds, but he said no.
Nah, you know, we don't want to be, we don't want to be ignorant, you know, but we can change it to 2 so that the throttle doesn't cut mid-drift, you know?
Yeah.
Or some shit like that.
Alright guys, you can see the wheel spacers a little bit shoot up from when the wheel was loose, and this one snapped. My guess is that the wheel was too loose and it caused this one to snap. So I think I have spare studs. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find one and replace it. But yeah, I'm gonna start taking all this apart so I can do the dual caliper setup. The whole knuckle has to come off. It's pretty simple. Just take the axle nut off, take the wheel spacer off, the caliper, and take the the control arm bolts off, and the whole thing just pops out. I got the bolts off for the control arm. Now I have to take the one for the strut, and this whole thing will flop over, and I will take the lower ball joint off. I got the axle nuts off as well. Once I get the lower ball joint off, this whole thing will pop off, and then I can start taking the wheel bearing off and putting in my dual caliper bracket. So I got the knuckle off. Now I gotta take the wheel bearing off, which is super simple. I have to go ahead and cut off the ears for the original mounting for the brake caliper. So these 2 ears have to be cut off, like around here, and this one a little bit further back. There's a whole DIY on GK Tech page, but yeah, gotta take it apart. Let's take this apart and put it all back together. All right, guys, you can see I just finished this side, and the only thing left is the same as the other side. Just put the brake pads in. The line, which is right here, I have it wrapped because I didn't want it to get destroyed. I just bleed the hydro. I have to go out and do some stuff. So tomorrow I'll come back in the morning, finish it up, and get it ready, put it in the trailer to go drifting. All right, guys, so this is the next day, and I'm here with Tony. We went ahead to our local performance shop, and we got a banjo to AN fitting, and now I have, you know, brake line going to the caliper. We put the pads in, and we got everything in, so we're ready to go ahead and start bleeding the dual calipers. These ones are fine because I never took them apart. All I did was just leave them hanging, and then I put them on the bracket. So all we have to do is just bleed the dual caliper bracket. I'm currently doing no change on the car since this oil has been here for months. The oil itself looks pretty good, doesn't look too dark. So yeah, I'm currently draining that. Going to take the oil filter out, pop a new one in it, and after I'm done here, I have to go ahead and swap my clutch line. So I got this clutch line from Chase Bay. It's a stainless steel line, and it's a little longer than the one that I have, so I can route it away from the exhaust. And of course I'm gonna wrap it just to make sure it doesn't get too hot. And I have some, what is it, some AMSOIL? What is this? I have some Motul racing brake fluid. So even if it gets hot, this will help, you know, with not getting too hot, I guess.
No, you're right.
So yeah, so I got this fluid, I got a clutch line, and I'm almost done with my list. So my list, it's almost done, even though it's half a race already.
Yeah, and the event's tomorrow.
Yeah, so the event's tomorrow, so I'm trying to hurry up, do all this today so I can pack my tools, I still have to put tires on those wheels, which I have my machine here.
Luckily.
It won't take me long, but yeah, let me wait for this oil to drain and start doing the clutch line. Alright guys, if you guys watched my previous video, you guys know that we did a turbo, clutch, pulled the whole motor, did everything to this car. And as you can see, he's not running any intercooler. IATs are still decently. The car's only weighing like 5 pounds right now. It's on wastegate. He doesn't have a boost controller. We're about to go warmer because I forgot to get an oil filter. Well, I got one, but it's too big. Does not fit. So yeah, Wally World. It's loud. I hate the whole dump. Hate it.
I like it. It's not that bad.
It's this car, but I hate it. It rips.
And you know what? With the hood though, you can keep the AC lines. Like, the AC line is honestly in the way of putting the exhaust.
But I'm making him put it full exhaust. Hey, it smells like shit in here.
No, it doesn't.
Dude, my eyes are burning already.
What? I can't even smell.
My eyes are fucking burning already.
No, they are not.
Yes, they are. This guy. I guess I'm currently putting some oil in the car. I disconnected the clutch line from the slave. Now I'm just getting it disconnected from the master, which is right here. Then once it's done, I can route it right over the booster and straight down, so this doesn't hover over the exhaust. Okay, so we went ahead and put reflective gold tape on the whole line, and I put this little heat sleeve as well, so where it wraps closer to the exhaust, it had tape and the sleeve, and shouldn't get hot.
Shouldn't get hot.
Yep. So I'm just gonna go ahead and route it over the booster or wherever it fits best, away from the exhaust, and bolt it all down. We have the line in, it's all tight. I'm about to put some fluid on it right now, and I also got the coolant line as well. So if you guys remember before, the line went over the downpipe and it was causing way too much heat. So I do not like it, but right now it's going towards the front of the turbo, the bottom, and it's coming up here and going straight to the nipple, just so it doesn't have to run through over the downpipe and over the exhaust, and you know it won't see all the heat coming from the downpipe. So hopefully that keeps it a little cool, because like I said before, it was boiling. You can hear the water boiling on this line. So I'll definitely test that out when I go to the track and see and make sure that it's not boiling. But yeah, I'm about to put some fluid on this. I'll bleed the clutch. We have to bleed the hydro, and which will be good.
Successful day.
Yes, sir. Went ahead with the Chase base, and I bought this reservoir that you connected to your inline hydro. It will go just right over here. So yeah, I'm about to take this line off. You gotta take the line off, and it comes with a little some adapters to put them in. So you gotta hook all that up, put some fluid on it, and bleed the system as well. All right, so we're currently bleeding the system. I got Tony out here opening the bleeder for me.
If I get the tape off, bro.
Slacking, look at this guy slacking. So we're gonna go ahead and bleed this real quick and move out to the clutch and start doing the clutch, and then turn the car on and bleeding the cooling system. All right guys, so finally got the hydro all bleeded. It feels really good. The only thing is that the bracket does move a lot. I'm just kind of dark in here. I got a flashlight because GoPro sucks. But when I pull this, the bracket moves a lot since the tranny tunnel is super thin on these cars. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna weld the bracket from the mount down to the side of the tranny tunnel just to make it more stable. But not now. I'll probably do the next event. I'm gonna have to leave it like that for now. All right guys, so I finally finished everything that I had to do today. So unfortunately the center console does not fit. I'm gonna have to cut a little bit more since now we have a reservoir. It's on the way. So I want to come here, cut all those wires were from my old fan setup. So I'm gonna come in, take the car off, and clean up the whole interior just so it doesn't look too terrible. We got new oil, clutch line, brakes, dual caliper, oil. We got the coolant line done as well. So everything's pretty much done. I'm just gonna go ahead. Come get my trailer and put the car under the trailer, and we should be ready to go drifting tomorrow. So I'm super excited. First time I'm gonna get to drive the car at the track, and yeah, hopefully everything goes well. It's a test day, just to skip at, test it out, make sure everything's good, make sure the hydro works, make sure the motor works, make sure it doesn't overheat. I'm going to Clean Culture in Joliet on June 3rd. Anyone from here is in Illinois want to go to Clean Culture in Joliet, I'll see you guys there. If you guys want to watch more of this car, want to watch the next video, which will be me drifting the car, make sure to click that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.